Pivot Administration, Internal Funding Opportunities. Some funding opportunities may be sourced or offered exclusively from within the university itself. These funding opportunities are known as internal funding opportunities. On the main screen of Pivot, any user may go to their Home button and, looking down the list of options on the left-hand side, go to the option labeled Internal. Clicking this option may return a list of internal funding opportunities unique to the university. The availability of internal funding opportunities depends upon whether the university is offering them, and they may be administered through the Admin tab on the main menu for all admin users. We start by clicking the Admin tab in the center of the main menu bar. This returns our admin dashboard with a number of sections such as reports, institutional settings, groups, education and training, statistics, tools, and manage gallery. We will move to the box labeled Tools on the right-hand column. Inside the box labeled Tools is a section titled Internal Ops. There are two options available: Add an internal funding opportunity and Manage internal opportunities. First, we'll go to Add an internal funding opportunity. Below the main menu bar, as well as the submenu offering options in administration, on the upper right-hand side of the screen is a button titled Manage Internal Ops. This button allows us quick access to the management of any internal ops which we have set up in Pivot. We'll return to look at this later. To the left of this button, at the top left of the screen, is the title Add an Internal Funding Op. This page is designed to be a form allowing us to create an opportunity only available at our institution. The first question found below the header is this for your institution only? We may indicate yes or no. An indication of yes notes that this funding opportunity is available only within the institution. An indication of no means that others may also apply. Below this is Title, where we can name the op. Below Title is Sponsor, which will automatically be populated with our institution. This may, however, be adjusted by using the pull-down menu on the right side of the field where our institution is listed. Here we can enter any name we would like, so long as we enter at least 2 characters. Below the sponsor is a field labeled Funding Type. A pull-down menu is provided, rendering a list of different descriptions for the funding type, such as artistic pursuit, contract or tender, facility construction or operation, meeting or conference or seminar, prize or award, research, or others. Moving down the screen, a set of fields exist left to right labeled Amount, Amount Upper, Estimated Total, and ISO Currency. The leftmost field, titled Amount, is where we would put the basic amount for the grant or the funding opportunity. If there's a range, it would be the lower amount. The next field, labeled Amount Upper, is where we would put the upper limit if there is a range. To the right of Amount Upper is a field labeled Estimated Total. Estimated total represents the total value of the funding opportunity, For example, if there are a number of different awards associated with a funding opportunity, the estimated total would represent the total amount of all the awards available under that particular funding opportunity. The final field to the right of estimated total is labeled ISO currency. This field has an expansion or pull-down menu listing all of the different currencies available. This allows us to select the type of currency that is being provided through the funding opportunity. Below the set of fields on amounts, estimated total, and currency is a section titled Amount Note. This provides a text box where up to 16,000 characters may be entered, providing information and details that are pertinent to the amount of the grant or funding opportunity. Items may be formatted in bold or italic, as well as with web links, numbered points, or bulleted points. Below this is a section titled Citizenship and Residency. This is a location where we may indicate the required residency in order to be awarded the funding opportunity. By default, United States has been added, but we may remove United States by clicking the X to the left of the words United States. We may also add multiple locations to citizenship and residency by going over to the right side and clicking on the expansion menu and selecting different countries. Scrolling down, the next option is applicant type. Utilizing the expansion menu, we see a list of options for selecting applicant type, such as academic institution, commercial, government, individuals, undergraduate student, nonprofit, persons with disabilities, and so forth. Below applicant type is a text section titled Abstract. This allows up to 16,000 characters of abstract text describing the funding opportunity. Text may be formatted in bold, italic, web links may be placed, as well as numbered or bulleted items. Scrolling further, the section just below Abstract is titled Keywords. This important section accesses from the pull-down menu the index of keywords utilized by the advisor function in Pivot in order to automatically suggest funding opportunities based upon a person's profile. It is important to assure that as many of the internal Pivot keywords are populated into any internal funding opportunity as will be pertinent to that opportunity. To do so, once the menu is expanded, we may open an area of interest such as arts and humanities by clicking the arrow to the left. This will break down and we may go further, such as arts and culture. And below this we see African American art, arts administration, arts funding, arts planning or policy, culture, and additional. We may select any among these or all of them individually and add them as keywords associated with this funding opportunity. Below the keyword section is a place to add a deadline. Clicking the plus sign to the left of Add Deadline, we see that we can add the date for the deadline, as well as select a deadline type by using a pull-down menu. And we have 2,000 characters of description which we may put in as text, which may be formatted again with bold, italic, web links, numbered lists, or bulleted items. Once we have added the information we need for our deadline, we may click the Add button to add the deadline. Below Deadlines is a section labeled Contact. Clicking the plus sign next to the words Add Contact allow us to enter in name, address, phone, fax, email, and URL for any contacts associated with this particular funding opportunity. After entering contact, we may then enter a reference number for the funding opportunity, as well as a URL where additional details may be found. Finally, below all of these fields are two radio buttons. The first radio button is labeled Make Internal Funding Op Actively Published, and the second radio button is labeled Save Internal Funding Op as a Draft Only, Unpublish. The default is to save as a draft only, assuming that the funding opportunity has not completely been finished at this point. Once the funding opportunity is finished, select the radio button to make Internal Funding Op actively published, and then click the button at the bottom of the page titled Save Draft. Now let's scroll back to the top of this screen. To the top right section of this screen, across from the title Add an Internal Funding Op, is a button labeled Manage Internal Ops. We may access and manage our internal opportunities by clicking this button. Additionally, if we use the Admin tab on the main menu, we will have access to managing our internal ops off of the main menu as well. Clicking this button returns a screen titled Manage Internal Opportunities, labeled under the main menu and submenu at the top of the screen. This allows us to view and manage our internal funding opportunities sponsored by our institution. Below the title on the upper left is a button titled Add an Opportunity. This takes us back to the previous screen where we were, where an opportunity may be entered if we desire. As we look down the list of opportunities on the screen, we see both published and expired opportunities listed under the status column, as well as deadline dates, the amounts, and we have the ability to sort the opportunities should we have a large number of them by status, deadline soonest to latest, deadline latest to soonest, amount highest to lowest, and amount lowest to highest. To the right of each opportunity is a link titled Edit and a link titled Delete. If we wish to quickly delete an opportunity, we simply click the Delete link and we can delete the opportunity from our local internal opportunities list. If we click Edit, we may go into the original screen where we entered this internal funding opportunity and make changes to it. For example, we may extend a deadline, or change an amount, or add new descriptive text. Once we've completed this, at the bottom, again we save the opportunity, and in Manage Internal Ops, the updated opportunity will appear.